Hey, what up, guys? It's Julia Vamps speaker, and you're listening to the Best Damn Podcast. And who we have on the show today?
Keianna Nicole. Hey.
Thank you so much for joining me today. Unfortunately, like everybody else, we got to do a little Zoom interview. So we'll have you back on a little bit later once everything fully opens up. But Atlanta's open for you guys.
Atlanta's halfway open. The governor's saying to kind of keep the distance, but people here not listening. So, yeah, they still going to the beach and they still eating in restaurants. So, yeah, I guess you can say Atlanta's open right about now.
I'm seeing on Instagram, they're like, Atlanta's fully open. I follow Spiritual Word. I know they're based in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
By the way. But like y'all wilding down there a little bit, just a little bit.
We are wilding just a little bit. Every day we get on the news and it's something different happening. It's either a fight at the fair or it's either I don't know. But every time I go out, I'm still in quarantine a little bit. But if I do go out, I make sure I have my mask and I make sure I have my lights off because I'm not going to be caught slipping. Not going to be called slipping because they be wilding up here. They be wilding.
I've seen too much going on down there. But
yeah, down here.
Let's get into your latest piece called Where's Your Heart?
Yes.
So let's talk about that a little bit. Break that down for your fans out there and everybody out there that's about to be listening to Where's
Well, Where's Your Heart? I call that song my baby because it took me 4 hours to write it. And usually it takes me either a week, 2 weeks to write something, when you get head block or a brain fart. So it took me 4 hours to write it, and it was inspired by Jodeci, the 90s R&B singing, begging Jodeci group. So it was inspired by that, and it was also inspired by some past relationships that I had that have not gone, good. So it's basically saying in the song, where's your heart in this relationship? Because, I'm trying to find it. You ain't here. So that's what I'm saying. I'm basically begging in a song like 90s Jodeci, begging, where's your heart? Because I can't find it. So that's what it's also down to.
I didn't do that. I'm not the best singer, so I'm gonna leave that to the professionals. That's you. All right, so what's the biggest growth between obviously Where's Your Heart and your initial release that you released a little while ago?
Oh, that's a good question. I would say basically vocally wise and songwriting wise. I wrote my first single that I released on Spotify and everywhere else, I wrote that with someone else, so we both co-written it. So that style of writing is a little bit different than what my own style of writing was. So you can definitely hear the growth, and you can definitely basically hear the growth musically wise and song lyrics wise. So it's a big difference.
I
got you.
I'm sorry. I like that you're talking about writing too, by the way, because we're gonna get to that a little bit later as well.
Yes.
All right, so you got your start back in church, actually.
I did. I started singing in Birmingham, Alabama at New Bethlehem Church, and I was in the church choir for about a month and a half. And I ended up quitting, but after that, I didn't quit music. I was still, humming around the house, listening to music videos. It was 2009, so, Yep and My White Tee was out. And who else was out in 2009? Monica was out. So that was the music uprising then. I was listening to a lot of Atlanta music, too. So I was still inspired by music, even though I wasn't singing in the choir. But I started basically singing professionally about 4 years ago. But I've been singing pretty much since I was 4 years old. So, yeah. But church choir was where I started basically vocally singing.
But who's some big influences for you?
Oh, I definitely have to say Aaliyah and Selena Quintanilla. Selena, yes, because when I say Selena Quintanilla, people look at me like, you black, how do you know who Selena Quintanilla is? I'm like, no, I love me some Spanish bachata music. People would never, bachata, we up here dancing. That's what I'm hoping in the future. Oh, I lost you for a second. What'd you say?
Perfect in the heights, that's for sure. If you come up here, you'll fit right in here.
Yes. Yes. And so I told my mom, I said, if I move to New York, even though I heard it's super expensive up there, I seem like I will fit in just fine. Just fine. I just can't let just can't talk too much because they'll hear my southern accent. Then they'll know I don't belong there.
Might catch you lacking a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah. Yep.
So let's talk about how did you actually transition from, because I mean, I have I'm about to throw out a church term and try not to get too churchy with it, but how did you actually end up doing secular music as opposed to being a church singer? Or like not gospel. Let's say that.
Yeah, I guess it's easier for me to write about like love because I've experienced that, and I've experienced dealing with God and everything, but it seems like when the subject is around love or something about being heartbroken, I can write like that. Like, so it's so much easier for me to make a song based off how I felt and what's like going on what's had the biggest like effect on my life. So that's why I guess I kind of moved over to the pop R&B side. It's easier to write about. It's easier to write about love because people go through it. They go through heartbreaks and everything. But you can write about the Holy Ghost too. But I haven't caught the Holy Ghost yet, so I won't be able to write about that yet. So we'll wait on we'll wait on that one. Coming soon, though. Coming soon.
Nice you did it. I was surprised with you that way too. So you never know. You can do it.
You never know. You never know when you're gonna catch that Holy Ghost. You never know.
So what's the most personal thing you've actually ended up writing about? Like, was it something that was difficult, or more or less not so much? What's the most personal thing? What's the most personal thing you couldn't write about?
The most personal thing I couldn't write about, I would say. Nothing with me. I've actually let it all out on the record. Flames, I actually released that a week before I went into surgery to get my appendix removed, and Flames was released. Now Flames, that's spilling some tea. You already know by the title, Flames, somebody finna be burning something up. So in that song, I'm actually, see, I'm a Gemini, so people say Gemini have two sides. So I would say in that song, I'm actually displaying what I've been through and, being, I wouldn't say domestic violence, Lord, I'm not crazy, but wanting to tear up somebody's sheets, wanting to bleach somebody's sheets. So that's what I said in the song. And that's what I'm saying in the song. Like, I told you I'm crazy. Don't make me bleach your sheets. So when it comes to writing, I just leave it all on the table. I spill all the tea. So that's what you can expect from Keianna Nicole. You will listen to what she's been through in her songs.
Definitely. So are we going to get some turn-up songs for you? Like some good, some good party records?
Yes, in the making. I'm working on that right now. I was working on a nice, fast song. I'm still working on some more music. And I'm releasing music every 6 weeks. So the next song I'm going to be releasing is Because of You. And then the next song after that is going to be like, I would say like a reggae type song. So I would think that's kind of like a upbeat, kind of like turn up music. So I'm excited for that to release. That's going to be releasing in about a month. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be some fast music, not just no slow, heartbreak songs, but definitely fast music coming up soon. So turn up music.
Let's get into your writing. So we have great writers, obviously, Alicia Keys, even Imani, who I think is pretty witty with her subject matter. And we can even throw in Billie Eilish because she just gets, she has just a single writing credit to you were talking about writing with other people. Do you find it hard to keep up with the creativity when it comes to writing, especially like sometimes certain songs will get repetitive? Do you find it hard for you to kind of change it and twist it up a little bit?
Sometimes I do. I call those like brain farts, or kind of like at like a standstill in the song. So when I feel like I'm in a situation where I kind of feel like something's repetitive, I just, go to another beat or kind of like leave that song where it is and then come back to it. And that's when I can start, getting the juices flowing on this song when I come back to it, because I don't want to focus on the song for too long and then I start like, having brain farts. So it's easier just to come back to that song later. That's just the way I've kind of figured it out. That's easier for me. Some people, they focus on it. I just skip to another song, skip to another beat. But yeah, I do find situations where my writing may get repetitive and I'm like, hold up, wait a minute now. Let's just go up to the new song and then come back. Because, I don't want people to say, oh, that sounds the same like her other song. Or, it's boring. So I want to make sure I release something that sounds different, something that has like a different sound in each song. And that's what a lot of people say, like my music doesn't really have, especially Where's Your Heart, it doesn't really have a particular sound. Like you could do R&B with it or you could do pop. So it's like a mix kind of.
I actually like Where's Your Heart. Like,
thank you.
Because I heard, like, is that your voice that they did the little effect with, or was that like?
Oh, yep, wow. That was my voice. Yeah. Well, which part? The deep part, the one in the interlude where it was like, tell me where your heart is, or the beginning of the beat. Oh, the beginning. Oh, that's not my voice in the beginning of the beat.
He said no, it's not.
Oh, that's not mine in the beginning. The deep one is mine towards the end, and then like the trumpet sounding one is my voice. But the one in the beginning is, I think that's a sample that the producer used. So yeah, that's mine. That's not mine.
When are we gonna get like an album release? I know you've been dropping little projects here and there, like EPs and stuff like that. When are we gonna get a full body of work, like a maybe 12, 13 track project?
Very, very soon. And I would say approaching 2021, because all the songs that I'm releasing right now, they're going to be all put in one EP, and it's going to be Best Regards. So Best Regards is going to be the first project that I'm going to be the first official like stack of songs I'll be releasing. And then after Best Regards, that's when I'll be releasing my Spilling the Tea Hot album, which is really going to be a page turner, really going to be the diary. So that will be, I would say that will be in the beginning of 2020 or the end of 2020 or the beginning of 2021. So very soon though.
So I know you've been in a lot of different festival performances. How are you adjusting to now having to do, well, I guess in a way it's opening back up, but digitally.
Digitally.
Right now. So how are you able to navigate?
I would say, doing a lot of interviews like this, Zoom interviews, which, I got to get used to. But Zoom, I need to get back on YouTube a lot more. I've been down for a couple of weeks. I've been temporarily disabled, what they call it, temporary, when you're not in the game. I had my appendix removed, and I had surgery, so I guess major surgery. So I've been down for a couple of weeks, so I haven't been able to do a lot of interviews. But before that, I was doing Cooking with Keianna, where, I was whipping up a little food. Your girl can cook, whipping in the kitchen. Your girl can cook. So I was cooking some lobster rolls and Cooking with Keianna, and then I was in the process of editing my blog to post on my YouTube channel. On my YouTube channel, they be spilling a lot of tea too on my YouTube. So the next tea. So I got to get back on YouTube and getting back to going live more on my Instagram and interact with my fans, digitally, since we have COVID and we can't, perform anymore. So just doing Zoom meetings and YouTube and live, Instagram live.
Exactly.
It's crazy. It's the new normal now. The new normal.
That's the thing. Who would have thought?
Yes.
All right, so this is my favorite part of the show. It's called 5 Fast Facts. I'm going to need you to drop some facts about yourself that your fans don't already know about you. So you got to give me some juicy, juicy tea. Because you said
okay. Yes. This will be interesting. All right, I'm ready.
Oh, shoot.
I say I'm going to start. Oh, okay. 5. Okay, I would say my fans don't know that. This is gonna. I said I was ready, and I'm not ready. Okay, my fans don't know that I'm a dog lover. I'm a dork when it comes down to crime documentaries. I love forensic files. What else they don't know about me? I love to rip up jeans, rip up shirts, bleach anything. I'm surprised I have. Yes. Yes. I'm surprised I haven't bleached up this shirt. So I love ripping up stuff, making it my own. Let's see. I was working at old folks' home. I think a year before I released my first single, I was working. I said old folks' home. I was working at, what they call it? Yeah. I forgot, retirement. I was working at a retirement home. That's the more proper way to say it. So I'm pretty sure they don't know that. In the last one, was that 5 or was that 4?
4. We have 4.
Okay, and the last one is that I don't think a lot of them know, but I'm a Gemini, and I was born June 16th on Tupac's birthday. So,
wow.
Yes.
Now
Yes.
you have something to share. So whenever Tupac comes around, we'll just be celebrating you as well. So we won't be forgetting.
Thank you. Thank you.
Really appreciate you for taking the time out today to join me on the show. You giving us some good gems. And
Thank you.
On your YouTube page, looking for that tea, girl. And
yes. Keianna Nicole. Keianna Nicole's the YouTube, the New York vlog. You know, the vlog that I was supposed to be releasing, I came down to New York to visit. And I guess y'all will see it when y'all see the YouTube video, but it was crazy. We invited this girl to New York, and it was some commotion going on, you know, almost got the fight. Yeah, so it's going to be some tea in that New York vlog. Yes, so y'all don't miss that vlog. I'm telling you, y'all going to be cracking up, so stay on the lookout for my next latest vlog that's going to be coming out on my YouTube. And I also got my website.
Absolutely. That's KeiannaNicole.com, right?
Yes, KeiannaNicole.com, and then my Instagram, KeiannaNicole.com, KeiannaNicole.
Perfect. We're going to have all of that in the handle right at the bottom for you
guys
to check out. I'm Julia Vamps. This is Keianna Nicole. Thank you so much for watching and listening.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.